Welcome back to Live at Noon. The head of Toronto's Police Services Board, in an op-ed piece in the Star today, says the practice of carding risks turning the city into a surveillance society. Dr. Mukherjee joins me now live with more on this opinion piece that you had published today in the Star. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
Let's talk about the carding situation now. It's in the forefront. It's highly controversial. There seems to be a wave, a push for just abolishing it altogether. Not to mention confusing. Is this op-ed today a change in position for you on carding?
I think it's more accurate to say that it's an evolution. As you know, in 2014, a year ago, we had said that there are some valid reasons to retain information. What I'm saying today in the piece is that valid reason is related to investigation, criminal investigation, or the likelihood of an investigation. Other than that, we should not be retaining information about people who have not engaged in an unlawful activity or who are not suspected of any unlawful or criminal activity. So what I'm asking for is great clarity in saying the police will not keep data about anybody who is an innocent person going about their business. If they are not subject of a criminal investigation or the likelihood of a criminal investigation, if the police is interacting with you in a non-arrest, non-detention situation, there's no reason why anything about you should be in the police database. It's as simple as that. And I'm asking that the board say that very, very clearly.
And that has been the concern, that somebody just walking down the street can randomly be stopped. And I know that the chief spoke out against random stops, but
That's
what
right.
else are they really? When you talk, for instance, about a Desmond Cole who wrote his piece about it,
yes,
being stopped several times, not
right.
part of any investigation, but what appeared to be a random stop.
Precisely. And so I'm saying, let's be very clear. There's a lot of confusion out there. There's not clarity when board says, except for valid safety purpose, you'll not keep any information. People are saying, what does that mean? We need to be very clear that it is our policy that innocent people should not have anything about them kept in police database. And so when I made the comment about let's not become a surveillance society, it is in that sense. Let's not keep information that's of no meaningful purpose about people just because a police officer happened to stop that person or talk to that person.
So if you were to vote on the Police Services Board today about this, and the vote came up for or against carding / community engagement policy, would that vote be nay?
I guess I would ask the board. I think the policy that we approved a year ago in April 2014 was a very good policy. I think some confusion has been created by the revised policy. So it's not likely that that policy is going to come up again because it has been approved. However, the board left the door open when the board said, we are going to do a review of the implementation of this policy within the next 6 months since implementation, and if any change is going to be made, we'll make it. I'm saying, let us make it very clear.
And that review is still ongoing?
That review will take place, yes.
And carding is still suspended since January?
Carding is still suspended, which is an opportunity. We can seize that opportunity and say, let us continue that suspension as a matter of policy.
What changed your mind?
Well, I had a couple of, it was a complete coincidence. Day before yesterday, I was scheduled for some time to come to a panel discussion at a school, high school, and the show of hands as to the number of young people who had been stopped, not once, but more than once. And then the complete chance encounter I had yesterday with a middle-aged teacher on the streetcar coming to work from home. He recognized me and he said, you are the chair of the board, and he started talking to me. He told me that way back in the 1970s when he was a young man, he had been stopped several times, and he still remembers that. And he was not happy. He used the word disgusted to say that we have not dealt with that practice, that old practice yet. So it got me to thinking that, we've been trying to deal with it. Let's get on with it. Let's do it. Let's make it clear to the public that the board does not stand for innocent carding of innocent people, and let's put a stop to it.
Okay, Dr. Mukherjee, thank you for your time today.
Very welcome. Pleasure.